Everyone in the Department of Innovative Media Research and Extension would like to congratulate Dr. Jeanne Gleason, Professor Emeritus, for a long and distinguished career at New Mexico State University.
Jeanne has been a national trendsetter in translating university-based research into meaningful outreach to agriculture, families, and communities.
She has worked in all areas of communication, worn many hats, both behind the scenes and in front of the camera.
The catalyst of her success can be traced back to Lee County, New Mexico, and her family's farm.
Dad always had a job in town, and we 4 children were his workforce. We all worked very hard on the farm, but that's how we developed our work ethic.
Jeanne's mother also insisted the children work hard at school and go to college. At Jeanne's first science fair, her father suggested that she build a camera.
I said, "You can't build a camera." He said, "Oh, yes, you can. You can build a pinhole camera and I will teach you how." And we built a little coffee can pinhole camera. My first picture in the whole world was his farm truck. And it was very exciting. And that's when I decided that I wanted to become a photographer and a journalist.
For 45 years, Dr. Gleason has integrated each new wave of media technology into programs at New Mexico State. First, video productions, then touchscreen kiosks, then the web, and then educational video games.
Most of her work is highly collaborative, partnering with researchers at other universities.
I do try to make a lot of collaborations with subject matter people, with scientists, with people who are not communicators. They maybe have a great scientific idea, or maybe they've had a development, but they don't know how to convey that to the rank and file or to the clientele that needs that the most.
In the early 1980s, Jeanne hosted a show on KRWG. As a result, the Ag Dean, Dean Leyendecker, asked for video capabilities to be integrated into the Ag Info department.
I bought a big, like the camera was this big, with a big deck like this that had to go, so it was an equal opportunity shoulder killer and a big cord in between, and I started doing programs. The very first program I did was not very sexy at all. In fact, it was kind of bloody. It was how to treat cancer eye in cattle. That was my first videotape. And it was good that the monitor that you looked at through the video camera was black and white and not color.
Jeanne was always moving forward, learning about communication, and raising the bar in the use of technology.
She was involved in creating some of the first prototypes for delivering educational content via interactive technology with the touch of a screen.
I've been privileged to just be in the right location at the right time to learn from other people. And you know, that saying that you're standing on the shoulder of giants really is true.
Anyone who knows Jeanne knows she is quick to acknowledge the work of others.
We realize that there's so much more that we can do than just straight video. And I have to give credit for the next kind of stage in our evolution to Barb Chamberlain. And I thought, that's either the craziest idea anybody has ever had or the most ingenious. And we're going to go with ingenious and see, but to have a game room in the College of Agriculture and Home Economics, as I think it was called at the time, seems really innovative to me. Let's try it. Well, sure enough, we did it, and that has just gone great.
Travel was a constant in Jeanne's career, and she loved it.
The International Arid Lands Consortium involves Israel, Jordan, Egypt, and the United States. And Patrick and I went to make a video on how each one of these groups have dealt with arid lands. And then as other grant opportunities came up, I would be called on to go back.
Jeanne's international work reflects her passion for connecting across cultures. She and her team taught agriculture agents in Iraq and Afghanistan how to create videos and use them to reach groups they otherwise couldn't teach in person.
She continued that work in China, where she joined the team with Dave King from Oregon State and others to help agricultural officials teach ag-related knowledge to minorities in remote villages.
And so we started working with them over a 10-year period to get that whole concept. And I will say, our last 2 trips there was kind of going back to some of the places where we had started to see what they were now doing. And it's spectacular.
我告诉他们不能在衣服上插手。
Multilingual education is a hallmark of Jeanne's work.
Well, we try as often as possible to do our videos outreach in as many languages as we think can be placed.
She has also produced award-winning documentaries. Green Gold, From the Maya to the Moon, was broadcast worldwide by the United Nations for World Food Day and toured nationally as part of the Smithsonian's Seeds of Change educational program.
So we went to the Caribbean, where supposedly Columbus made his first landing. And the thesis of that was that the real treasure that came back in those early years from these voyages was not the gold and silver and other things like that, but was the plant material, corn, potatoes, and chili.
Patrick Holian, the film's producer, portrayed Christopher Columbus, and Jeanne has also taken her place in front of the camera for various projects.
Hello, and welcome to Partners, a new video magazine that highlights the agricultural research, education, and extension systems nationwide.
And she's even voiced some animations.
I wonder how many times larger he has made the roach.
As much as is possible, I try to be a collaborator within our own group. It just seems to me that by and large, if you treat people with respect, you really listen, you give them an opportunity to follow their passion, and I have been able to succeed because I surround myself with people that are amazing in their area. I can't think of any place better to have invested my career than right here at New Mexico State University. I've been able to see the world. I've worked on every continent except Antarctica, and I'm not done yet. So it has been wonderful, and I just say carpe diem.